Hello everyone, it's Chili,
And it's J Fighter.
and today we are here to see the Carthage Firebirds playing in semifinals.
Today they are playing against Buena Vista University, the Beavers.
Yes, and we are looking at the bands right now.
It looks like on the Buena Vista side they have banned Oriana, Anivia, and Cassante already, so that's some mid laners and our top lane.
Yeah.
And on the Carthage side we have a Leona, Kane, and Draven ban. You know that guy.
And it looks like they will pull out the Ashe for their bottom lane. And we'll go ahead and see who Carthage takes as a first pick. And we will again take that Jinx for our bottom lane as well. Are you looking forward to any specific characters getting played tonight?
I think anything that Carthage pulls out, I think, is going to be a strong team comp. Especially we see that Seraphine coming in, but Carthage likes to play the team comp route, so I think we're going to be seeing champs that help play to their strengths in that regard.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
all right. I guess we'll see if Buena Vista matches with a support pick here.
yep, there's the Milio.
That's interesting. How do you think the Ashe Milio combination works?
I think it's kind of the opposite to Jinx and Seraphine, because I think that's them starting as more of a pick comp with the Amumu as well. That looks like what they're going for here. I know that their jungle plays a lot of Warwick, so you might even see that, which will kind of be like two different teams completely being picked here in styles. So that'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Those will probably be our jungle. The Wukong,
the
okay.
Wukong gets pulled out yet again. And we'll get our fourth ban out here.
Are you excited to see anything in this semifinal match?
I guess I'm just really excited to see how each team controls objectives in this game. Because one of the things that we've seen in previous matches is, of course, that objective control, and like placement around the match in relation to objectives has been really important in winning the game. So I'm interested.
I think what's really going to be important is that deep vision, especially with this comp that's coming out. I think for both teams, getting that vision is going to be crucial to getting those objectives.
Definitely. And it looks like we do see an Olaf ban from Carthage, and then again banning out that mid lane with the Syndra ban from Buena Vista.
And there's a Yorick ban. So Carthage is trying to ban out that pick comp that Buena Vista wants to do here.
And it does look like they will ban out the top lane Shen as well. We'll see. We're probably looking at mid lane.
It's either going to be mid or top.
Yeah.
Top lane might blind pick here and then have mid counter. But I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
Yep, it is the Aatrox. Yep.
And then we'll see if they match with that top lane here.
Cho'Gath, okay.
Cho'Gath in the top. That'll be an interesting matchup.
As a top laner, what are you thinking about that Cho'Gath Aatrox?
Oh, personally, I've never touched Aatrox. I've played against Aatrox plenty of times.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how Aatrox deals with the knockup that Cho'Gath has. I think it's a pretty even match.
Yeah, and Cho'Gath's silence can stop Aatrox too. So I think that might be almost a 50-50 matchup.
That's true.
That might be almost a skill thing of who's going to be stronger at what champ.
Yeah, definitely.
And we do see the Victor and Asol pick up mid here. Asol is going to be interesting because of his roam that he's able to do. And the Victor is a scaling champ, so it looks like Carthage is playing to play to the late game here.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting. But Buena Vista also has some scaling champs because Cho'Gath, he scales hard, and so does Asol. And Ashe is just good throughout the whole game because it's Ashe. But this should be an interesting matchup here between both Buena Vista and Carthage.
Yeah, I think it'll definitely come down to who can get those early game advantages, like who can get that level 2 first, who can get the CS advantage, and so on.
It'll be interesting to see if there's any ganks early too from that Amumu level 2 ganks or level 2 ganks from the Wukong. I think this is really going to come down to objectives between both of the teams, like you were saying.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, today we do have a little bit of a special announcement. It is senior night, and we are recognizing Julia Rickman, my co-announcer this game. She has been participating on the League of Legends team at Carthage for the past 4 years, so all 4 years. She is a bio major, planning to go on to med school, which is really cool, and planning to do her master's next year.
Yeah.
And I personally, outside of esports, have known Julia through doing tutoring and the writing center here at Carthage, and I just think she's such a hardworking person.
Oh, thank you.
Very nice, very lovely to work with, and I'm so happy for you. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I will also be leaving this
You're
year
also
as
a senior,
well.
yes.
This is true. Yes.
You don't have a poster.
I can imitate my poster,
but you are graduating. You're graduating earlier than I am.
I am.
You're graduating
I'm graduating in like 3 weeks.
Yeah, which I
is
congratulate
kind
you.
of
That's
crazy.
awesome. But you get to go to Japan after this.
Yeah, that is true.
Because what's your major? You're a
Japanese major. Yeah.
So are you excited for this next chapter of going to Japan?
Yeah, I'm way too excited. Yeah, I'm a little scared because this time I'll be going for more than a year. So that's the longest I've ever been out of the country before. Yeah, and a very different country from America, but luckily I do have some experience and have some friends, and who knows, maybe I could even join a league team when I'm there.
Yeah, I'm excited about the next step as well. I think senioritis is going to kick in for me more next semester. This semester I'm trying to just focus on finishing, my senior thesis and, being on the league team, and everything has been, I'm so busy right now. I think next semester is going to hit harder that I'm graduating. But I should have brought it in. I should have brought my poster in so we could just have it behind us.
That's true. Have it up on
ominously
the wall.
Behind us the whole time.
Yeah.
But
that'd be pretty funny.
Anyway.
Yeah. I'm glad that you have some nice goals after you graduate college.
Yeah,
and such.
I've seen the esports team in general just as a program change so much over the past 4 years, because I started my freshman year with this basement area not even being finished yet. I had the opportunity to help even bring down some of the original computers, couches, and things like that, see the original lighting set up when it was first done, get to be with the first director of esports. I was here when Robert, our coach, arrived, and when he was collaborating with our old director, and then when he became the director of esports. So I've also seen the Carthage community in general go from viewing esports as just, a club or something extracurricular to even more of just an actual varsity athletic, which has been really cool to see that progression of acceptance in the Carthage community. But I think just seeing the development the past 4 years has been really cool to see, and the expansion of the program as well. So I'm hoping that more games and titles are added in the future and it can continue to grow as a program.
Yeah, definitely. Who knows? We might even get a Splatoon team here eventually.
You won't be here, to be honest.
I know. I'll come back to coach for the Splatoon team when it comes here.
You can be the coach. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
you can
that's-
coach
I
it.
can
Yeah.
But yeah, given that we do have a little bit more time until the game will pull up, so just remember to follow Carthage on all social media, and yeah, you should be tuning in soon. Yeah, we've got a wide variety of skins this game that are pretty interesting.
Oh my god. I like the blue, and then Victor's going with the red just to oppose the rest of the Carthage.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're starting.
All right. All right.
Looks like both teams are going for that
Strong
classic 5-point.
Yeah.
So 5-point is basically when each laning player will go in the formation that you see on the map. Jungle will go to that top tri-bush. Mid will go to either the middle or where Asol is for some reason, not in the middle. Wukong is in like the more traditional spot where jungle goes, and then bot and sup are obviously on the bot jungle, kind of separated from each other. But it basically protects against invade because it's each of the big lane avenues where someone could come through. So basically just protects the team from an invade early in the game.
Yeah.
But looks like Buena Vista is not doing that, and they're going for a leash on their jungle.
Yeah, this is something that we saw in the last game as well. And just to talk about it a little bit again, one of the things with leashing is it can give your jungler an advantage with clearing, like having a faster clear. However, it does usually give the opposite team a little bit more prio in the lane because they do have access to that minion wave first.
Yeah.
And it does look like both top laners will be mostly looking for... looking at a pretty nice trade from Aatrox.
Early game Aatrox should outplay the Cho'Gath because the Cho'Gath is a scaling champ, so that top lane is going to have to stay back a little bit for early game and have a little patience.
Yeah.
Interesting Cho'Gath skin.
Oh, it's the skeleton
it's
one.
It's the skeleton, yeah.
Yeah, it's a little scary.
Same with mid lane though. Victor is stronger early game as well to the Asol, because Asol's also a scaling champ.
Yeah. Yeah, Aatrox did take a little bit of a nasty hit from the tower.
Oh.
A little bit of a harsh trade, but still does have pretty good control over that minion wave for now.
It looks like Botlane did hit level 2 first before Buena Vista did.
Yeah, and they're able to push up a little bit down there. It does look like we have sight on the Amumu. But again, Aatrox having to play a little bit safe there, having to take that
this
flash.
Might be the first blood. Yep, Aatrox did get killed first, so that's a blow to Carthage. But
yeah, it's a little tough with Cho'Gath's knock up, being able to get away from that. And I think that level 4 was really what allowed Cho'Gath to go in there, because it just gave a little bit of a stat boost over Aatrox.
Yeah, I think this game in particular has everyone on their nerves because it's a semifinal.
Yeah, definitely.
And I feel like everyone's either going to be playing safe or be playing super aggressive to make sure they can ensure that title to nationals.
Yeah, comes through. It does look like the Amumu is roaming up into our top jungle right now, which is
I'm a little worried he
interesting.
might be coming behind the Victor
Yeah,
to gank
coming
here, and
down
that
for a
looks like what's
mid-gank.
happening. But it looks like Victor is playing toward the other side of the river, so which is good to prevent that Amumu Q
Yeah.
to jump on him.
It does look like we won't see the bottom lane gank as Wukong backed for items.
Jinx is rocking the arcane Jinx skin
Yeah.
in honor of the Netflix show out. Have you watched Arcane yet?
Yes, I can't wait for all the episodes to come out. And I kind of like the suspense between, you know, each set of episodes. So I have to say the last episode made me tear up a little bit.
The last episode that just came out, I won't say any spoilers,
Yeah.
but I definitely did not expect the events that were going to happen, and it put me through like a lot of emotions in 3 episodes.
Definitely.
So if you have not seen Arcane,
Highly
shameless plug,
recommend.
go
Yeah.
see Arcane.
It looks like Wukong is roaming into the Buena Vista's top jungle. Yeah, checking for that Amumu. And maybe coming in for a gank. Mid or top, possibly.
I think he might be looking to clear
Yeah.
Amumu's jungle, looks like almost. Oh, we're going to Void Grubs. Looks
Yeah.
like.
A really
looks
good
like the
trade coming
Aatrox-
off from the
Okay,
Aatrox. Yeah.
that's good. And the Amumu wants to come in for a gank, but looks like Carthage does know the Amumu is there and has vision on that. Because the Victor is playing up more.
Yeah.
Maybe seeing a trade here of Carthage going for those Void Grubs while the Amumu goes for the drag.
Yeah. And it looks like Amumu will come down. Oh, maybe backing off there because we do have pretty good priority in the bottom lane.
It looks like Wukong will take all of those Void Grubs for Carthage.
Yeah, it might even be able to come down and contest this drag. Possibly. But because Carthage did back in the bot lane, it looks
that's a
like
good
the
stun.
drag might be going to them.
Looks like mid lane is pretty equal here, with both lanes being in kind of a neutral state. And looks like Buena Vista will be taking that first drag.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Gold-wise right now, we're pretty even.
Yeah.
This could go
almost.
either way right now.
Yeah.
I mean, we're only 7 minutes into the game, but it's very even with gold.
Yeah, both teams are playing pretty safe right now. Not really looking for any fights. It looks like Aatrox does have the top lane frozen in a really good spot. It is a little bit hard to be frozen near your own tower with that Cho'Gath though, because he does have that knock-up that has a pretty far reach.
When you have to play against Cho'Gath top lane, do you find him annoying or?
Yeah, relatively. It depends what champ that I'm using, but yeah, if you're not able to avoid, like if you don't, like with Aatrox, luckily he has like kind of like small dashes to be able to avoid it, but with certain champs,
you don't have
it's really hard to avoid the knock-up, and it does a lot of damage eventually. Okay,
and there's a flash.
there's a
from
flash
Cho'Gath,
from the Cho'Gath. That's really good up top.
Teemo top lane against Cho'Gath.
Yeah, it's good if you get that early start, but yeah, if you don't get the early advantage, and usually people like to gank against Teemo top, so it's hard to get an advantage against Cho'Gath.
Speaking of ganks, we may be seeing a gank top.
Yeah.
But probably not because they do have vision
so
there.
He will be backing off.
Looks like Victor is backing. And so is Asol. Oh, never mind. Victor changed his mind. Probably gonna push out that one last wave and then back.
Yeah, definitely. It's always a pretty good idea to push that wave in when you know that your opposing player is taking that back.
Yeah.
It'll allow the minions to get into a good position and kind of avoid giving them more CS.
Yeah. Vision-wise, it's looking like Buena Vista does have more vision on the map, especially around Dragon Pit, so that's kind of a disadvantage for Carthage right now, because if Wukong wants to try to gank bot side, it's going to be a little harder for him to get down there.
Alright.
Seraphine is coming toward the jungle. Looks like she's going to be helping with those Void Grubs that are going to come up in a minute here.
Yeah.
They may be trying to get on top of this Amumu. Or...
It does look like Milio is there as well.
This may be a 2-on-2, maybe even a 3-on-3 if mid comes around. The Victor is in that bush.
Yeah, Aatrox might come down if it looks like there's a fight, but it does look like both teams are staying relatively safe right now. These Void Grubs will be a high contested position.
Oh, that Seraphine is
taking
gotta
a
be
lot
careful.
of damage.
Yep. Okay, that Wukong is coming in. It is a 4v3, but the Aatrox is coming in. There's a double kill from the Asol. The Aatrox does get that kill. Jinx ult misses.
The Aatrox does get the double kill on Cho'Gath,
and
you got the flash. I
Asol.
believe there was a flash from the Amumu as well.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think the Amumu, did he use his ult? His ultimate?
I'm not sure.
Or was that, no, that was a Milio ultimate, I believe. Never mind.
Yeah, it does look like they will be trying to put some pressure on that Amumu so they can take
They're going to take
all
those
6
Void
of those
Grubs.
Void
Yeah.
Grubs.
The Amumu may try to. No, he's not. Yeah, they're just going to take those.
And these Void Grubs are very important with pushing towers.
Yes.
And getting those side lanes pushed out. Or even down mid lane.
The team might head right toward Drag after this. To try to contest that.
Yeah.
Talking about that last fight, I think what happened was the Seraphine got a little too close to that Amumu Q in the beginning of that fight, and I think that's what got her killed early on.
Yeah. It does look like we do have pretty good vision.
Wukong is there.
Jungle, yeah.
He's ready. And they are signaling to go to Drag, so we may see another team fight here.
Yeah. It does look like they are going in on that drag. Amumu will be coming up to try and contest that.
So will Ashe and Milio, looks like.
Yeah. Jinx is trying to pull them off a little bit, but does not want to get caught out.
Looks like they're trying to pull that drag as far as they can away from the Buena Vista team, but looks like Buena Vista's going to come in and just take the drag. Carthage is backing off and not contesting.
Yeah.
There is 5 of them, though, so that means Aatrox can push that
push
top
up
lane.
that tower.
Did Cho'Gath teleport? Looks like it.
Yeah, it does look like Cho'Gath did use that teleport.
And Asol is going
will
to
use
go
the
top.
teleport to go top. Aatrox was able to get one of those plates though, which does give him a bit of a money advantage.
You can see is that Asol is leveling up, that he's able to do a lot more damage to those minions, and if you pay attention, his abilities actually get a farther range as he levels up as well. and his R at one point will even be able to cover the whole map,
Yeah.
which is really, really strong for a character in general, but it's something if you don't pay attention you might not notice that that happens. And Cho'Gath gets bigger in size as he levels up.
Yeah.
So
Aatrox is got the flash from the Cho'Gath again with the heavy pressure up against the tower.
And they are going for Rift Herald here.
Yeah, there's not much that, that is a little bit of a tough shot from the tower.
They might be just jumping on this Amumu.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just gonna take him down so he's not in the way of that
out,
fight.
And they may go in for this tower dive on the Cho'Gath as well.
Yep, they're going in. And they're taking that, and the Jinx ult whizzes by.
This will allow us to get tier
Rift
1.
Herald.
Yeah, Rift and tier 1 up in the top lane.
Acel may be able to get mid tower here. Actually, I don't think so. They know that Seraphine's top side, so they're gonna push out that bot lane pretty aggressively.
Yeah. Getting that tier 1 tower this early into the game is really useful though for when Baron comes up.
Yeah.
Especially if they can keep that top lane pushed all the way under tower.
Exactly. They might even bring that Rift Herald top side to try to get that tier 2 tower right away.
Yeah.
Looks like Carthage is looking to swap lanes here. Victor's gonna go in for a gank.
Yeah.
Ooh, good Milio.
The Amumu is moving in quickly as well, hiding in the tri-bush. It does look like Carthage recognizes that there's 4 bot and will be looking to push in that top lane.
The Victor is staying back to play a little bit safe because of all those people bot side, but the Amumu is headed toward top side, probably knowing that Rift Herald may be dropped here.
Yeah.
Rift Herald is a big thing because it can very easily destroy a tower in 1 or 2 hits, depending on how low it is already. So it gives the team a huge advantage push-wise. It did not allow them to get that tower, but it's pretty low.
Yeah. And now we can see that the pressure is rotated top from Buena Vista to match that Rift Herald and the pressure mid from our bot laners.
And there's an ult from the Seraphine. The Jinx is looking to ult here. That
just a little bit.
Yes,
oh
my
the flash
gosh,
from
the
the Seraphine
flash
so
Seraphine.
worth for that Ashe shutdown.
This is a really close game right now.
Yeah.
Looks like they are going to be setting up for that drag.
Yeah.
In how long? Probably like a minute. Something like that.
It looks like maybe around 30 or 20 seconds.
Oh yeah. It looks like Carthage is signaling that they know that the Amumu is there in the jungle waiting to contest. That's something Amumu is really strong at, is stealing dragons, because he can jump over the wall at the last second and try to get it. So that might be their strategy going into this drag, is just having the Amumu sit there and wait to take it.
Yeah, definitely. And it does look like Aatrox may be looking for a TP in.
Yes. Looks like Acel and Cho'Gath both also have TPs, but Cho'Gath looks like he's gonna be in position, but the Acel could TP in if he's needed.
Yeah, it does look like Aatrox will back for some items.
Yep, there's the TP for Victor. So
Trying
it's
to get into better position.
4v4 here. Aatrox is trying to come down, but they're gonna get that Jinx
That is a little unfortunate. Jinx just getting caught out a little too far.
It's like the Cho'Gath was trying to drone them off, and there's that R from the Asol. They might just be able to shred this drag. I don't think there's much Carthage can do about that. Yep. So that is soul point for Buena Vista. Carthage has no dragons at this time. That means the next drag Carthage is gonna have to contest. Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're fine. Yeah, that also means that Buena Vista does have the chance to kind of ignore that dragon and go for Baron when they come up at the same time.
Carthage does have more lanes pushed out though. They have Buena Vista has no towers taken at the moment. Yeah. So in that regard, Carthage is still up in gold because of those towers, but they're gonna want this next drag just for extra ability, and I think it's gonna be an ocean drag so they can get that extra health boost.
Definitely, yeah. And it does look like we are looking at that lane swap for Carthage.
What are they doing?
Hiding out in the bushes.
That was funny.
The Asol might be experiencing some technical difficulties, but it does not look like we have a pause in the game at the moment.
That was very strange
on
the Asol's part.
Yeah, so we will basically get really close to getting that first tier 1 in the bottom lane.
Looks like Carthage is setting up Baron.
Yeah, it does look like Carthage is looking for that fight, acknowledging the fact that Asol is down, knowing that they have that number advantage with Cho'Gath showing in the bot lane.
Aatrox also still has TP, so if there's a fight that happens here, Aatrox can come in. And they took tier 2 for top lane.
Yeah.
Asol is going back bot side.
And it does look like they are hovering very heavily around that Baron, looking to get a jump or a pick on one of these players. They will close in on the Asol in the top lane.
And the Victor uses ultimate. Yep. Identify targets.
It looks like the Amumu, Ashe, and Milio are staying pretty close to one another. Cho'Gath hanging back, not looking to contest that Aatrox.
Yeah, that Victor is scaling. He's getting his abilities upgraded and stronger, so...
Definitely. I imagine that they do have an item advantage as well as their level advantage at the moment.
Aatrox may be trying to jump on the Amumu here. Oh, they are going for that Baron.
Yeah, we do have vision on that Amumu, which will allow our players to get a Baron pretty much uncontested.
I'm surprised Buena Vista isn't fighting out this Baron, especially because they knew that Carthage was getting ready.
Yeah, it does look like they have absolutely no vision up there though, which might be the reason why.
Yeah. Which means that Carthage will be able to push out these lanes before the next Baron fight, which may give them the advantage they need to be able to get their first drag.
Yeah.
Did I say Baron fight? I meant dragon fight.
It's okay. And this drag is spawning in about 50 seconds here.
It looks like they're trying to speed push mid and bot lane just to have a little bit of an advantage push-wise before this drag.
And Aatrox is pretty much free to push out that top lane with no one there to contest him at the moment.
He does still have his TP, and he has a ward down that he could jump to. They're going to take out that Seraphine. And Aatrox is TPing in, jumping into the fight.
And that Aatrox is super strong right now.
Victor on top. They're gonna take out that Milio. It looks like they're gonna take out that Ashe. The Ashe is gonna get away.
Yeah.
So that means that they're gonna be able to get this drag. Aatrox is gonna keep pushing out mid here to try to get that next tower using that Baron buff.
Yeah.
And they will take that.
This is a really nice spot for Carthage right now. Being able to have advantage over both of those objectives, as well as priority in all of the lanes with minions currently pushing up. This will allow them to get a reset, buy up in items.
They're probably sitting on a lot of gold.
Yeah. And then come back pretty strong in order to push out some of those lanes.
We're sitting at 25 minutes here, so we're moving more from mid-game kind of into late game. So this is going to be where those scaling champs like Asol, Cho'Gath, Victor are going to really start getting stronger.
Yeah. Yeah, at this point, all the players can really do is focus on getting more CS to level up and get those items that they need.
Buena Vista needs to keep looking for more picks here as well to pick out Carthage, because Carthage is a team comp, and if you're able to get in the jungle and pick them off, then Carthage could be in trouble.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, this is still a close game, 9 kills to 5 kills. It's not in any way out of Buena Vista's hands yet to win this. We've definitely seen games where Carthage has had a bigger kill gap.
Yeah.
Oh.
It does look like the Aatrox will go in a little bit on that Milio, recognizing that there are a couple more players down there, so it is a little bit scary to push out too far.
Looks like Carthage is getting quite a bit of deep wards over by Baron's side.
Yeah.
So they may be looking to get that next Baron, which may be coming up in the next couple of minutes.
Yeah,
would be
definitely.
My guess.
Yeah.
Oh, they are gonna jump on
they do get that pick
Ashe.
off on Ashe, yeah.
I think the Ashe might have walked up a little too far there.
Yeah. It looks like they are going in on the Asol as well.
Asol's flashed.
Ooh, 2 hits from the tower is a little... It's a little bit of damage.
Yeah. Hurts a little bit.
It's a little scratch.
I'm not sure what Carthage is planning here. They're kind of sitting out in the jungle.
Yeah. It does look like Buena Vista is responding to them each time that they show up on the map, though.
Yeah.
Which can be really useful in like baiting them into certain spots of the map.
Yep.
And really allowing Carthage to send a few players to one side and have somebody else push like down one of the side lanes.
It's very safe to push top right now as well because of how much vision they have in that top jungle.
Definitely.
To those who are new to League, vision is all the little red and blue things scattered throughout the map that are giving a little more vision, because normally it's all black for each team, not in their own jungle unless they have that vision there.
Yeah, it's not visible on the too much on the spectator map right now because there is so much vision from at least one of the teams. Oh, it does look like they will just take that pick off on the Amumu.
And the Cho'Gath used his teleport to back up. Which might be a good call because there are so many topside.
Yeah.
That would have been instant death otherwise.
Yeah, the back timer is a little bit longer than...
It looks like a Cloud Drake will be up in a minute. Carthage will be looking for that as well because Buena Vista still has that soul point, so if they get one more drag, they will have soul.
Mm-hmm.
Which Cloud Soul grants them movement speed. And...
Oh, It does look like we have,
Oh, we
have items
we have
visible
items now. Okay. Looks like Victor, they're all sitting on bounties besides Seraphine, so that's crazy. I suppose they do have a 10k gold difference right now,
so it does look like we have a few players with up to 3 fully built items, excluding boots.
The Carthage is in a pretty good spot right now. Looks like they're just gonna be sitting in that bush waiting for someone to walk up.
Yeah.
I think they know they're sitting there though. Oh, the Cho'Gath is gonna walk up. They're gonna go in on them. The R from the Seraphine. And the
We will get a
Aatrox
flash from
that.
the Amumu.
They are gonna take down the Wukong.
And the Milio. They do have to be a little bit careful about that tower damage.
They might turn and go on this drag, but they're gonna take the tower
Yeah,
first.
it looks like they will go for that inhib, which will allow them to have those super minions, which makes it very easy to go for objectives.
They might just, are they gonna end? They might just end here. They're gonna end.
Yeah, it does look like the timers will be taking a little bit too long. Asol caught out, not able to contest that at all, and Carthage will get that Nexus to win the first game.
First game of semifinals goes to Carthage.
Yes.
So that puts Carthage 1 game closer to nationals, which is huge
It's
for
very
the
exciting,
team.
yeah.
So one more win from Carthage is going to put them to nationals, but Buena Vista may be able to come back. This is a best of 3.
Yes, of course.
So if Buena Vista wins this next fight game, then we might see a 3rd game here. But that was really, really clean, I think, from Carthage that we were seeing. I think they had the vision control. They got the objectives that they needed to push those lanes. I think they might have been allowing Buena Vista to get those dragons just to be able to get that push more.
Yeah.
But I think if we see the same smooth gameplay from Carthage this next game, I think it's going to be a clean sweep.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely think that there was really good like macro placement in this game, especially with like recognizing, oh, maybe like at this moment we don't win this fight, so we'll take advantage in other ways by going out to push down top lane or to get like CS advantage, things like that. And yeah, I think it was really like well thought out with each play. And ultimately, even though there was the drag advantage basically the whole game, we did have those 6 void grubs. And we did again get really good prio top, which allowed us to have really strong control over that Baron.
Yeah, exactly. I think that Aatrox getting fed early game in the mid lane allowed him to be able to take down that Cho'Gath in the top lane and then take that Rift Herald down top lane as well, giving them really good advantage in the top lane. I don't think Buena Vista was able to come back from that. It kind of snowballed into Carthage getting more gold and more items before they could.
And of course, the little things like getting that small level 2. I say small, but level 2 is a really big advantage in the bot lane among other lanes. And yeah, it was a very good game.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what Carthage does in game 2.
Yeah, me as well. And taking that into account, we will go into a brief intermission. Make sure to follow Carthage Esports on all socials. Hello everyone, it's Chili,
And it's J Fighter.
and we are back with game 2 of the semifinals match with Carthage versus Buena Vista.
And we are getting right into it. Looks like 3 bans are already done. Carthage took the Draven, Kane, and Leona ban again. And Buena Vista, I think those are the same bans. No, it's not.
No, they are banning out the victor this game.
And I don't think they banned Orianna last game. I think they banned Anivia.
They banned Anivia and maybe Ori first. It's okay now.
I don't know. I can't remember. I have a memory of a goldfish.
Oh, and our mid laner will pull out that Anivia right off the bat.
Oh my god. And they're doing ASOL. Oh my gosh.
And the ASOL to match that.
I will say the ASOL isn't a horrible pick into Anivia because Anivia has that wall.
Yeah.
But ASOL does have the ability to kind of like run away really fast with his W.
That's true.
That might not be the worst thing, but I will say Wolf Strike has his highest mastery on Anivia.
Yeah.
It is his favorite champ to play, so he's probably ecstatic right now that he can play Anivia.
Yeah, definitely saw that they did not ban it out and was like, just give it to me.
Give it to me, guys.
And it looks like we will be looking at a Lilia jungle.
Looks like they will be again looking for that pick comp then, because that Lilia is a really big contributor to a pick comp, which means they're going to be really careful in the jungle with vision because that Lilia is a little scary.
Yeah, one thing that I did notice the last game is that we did have a decent amount of AD on our team. However, it did not look like the opposing team was really building any like armor and things like that. So I'm interested to see
Jinx again.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what our jungle is going to pick into the Lilia because he plays more team comp jungles, so what he's going to pick into a Lilia, I would assume maybe the Amumu is going to be my guess here.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But it might be the Nunu, I'm not 100% sure. Or the Wukong, okay.
Wukong.
Interesting pick.
Yeah. I believe that Lilia does have a pretty fast jungle clear. So
Jhin bot side.
Yeah, it looks like they will be going for that ADC.
Yeah, that's a little scary because the ASOL is able to stun people, and the Lilia can use her R to make people sleepy, and the Jhin can do cleanup with that long range R, so that is a little bit scary, but it's against solidifying their pick comp. It looks like they like pick comp, Carthage likes team comp, so...
They will get rid of that Aatrox. And looking to avoid that Nautilus.
I'm assuming it might be the Yorick ban again, top side. Yorick is so annoying top side. You probably...
Yeah, I think it depends which champ is played into Yorick, but like especially in relating to like side lane pushing, Yorick is one of the strongest like side laners in League, and that's just something that's not very fun to deal with, especially if you want to be able to focus on objectives and protecting those towers.
They are going to choose that Nami to go with the Jhin, probably because of her knockup potential as well, to go with that R and her healing potential. Seraphine is being picked again for our support, and this will be... What lane? Top lane. Yeah.
Yeah, and this will give Buena Vista the advantage through like counter picking for the top lane. So it does look like our top laner will be going for the Ornn, which is pretty strong as a blind pick into the other team. And will also allow us to have like stronger items because of Ornn's ability to upgrade players' items later into the game. And we'll see who they pick into Ornn.
Oh,
that's interesting. Yeah, the
Urgot.
Yeah.
That is a top lane I do not like to see, even when I'm playing solo queue. I do not like to see an Urgot.
Yeah, I think that Ornn can be okay into Urgot Granted that like Ornn does have like the rock that comes up, and our top laner is like very good at playing safe into champs that do have a little bit more range.
Yeah.
Yeah. Luckily, Urgot doesn't have too far of a range, so we should be able to safely like CS and things like that.
I'm just worried about him picking out someone in the jungle, especially with his ability to pull people back into him and kill them with his ultimate, which is a little scary. It looks like Buena Vista is looking to play a little more aggressive this game. Especially just with their pick comp. So Carthage is going to really have to be worried about that. And I know they were good with their vision last game, but they're going to have to continue to be like have good placement of those wards, because otherwise this team can sneak up on them and do some damage.
Definitely. Yeah.
On the Carthage side, I think Carthage is in a good position with their team comp. The Ornn has that push potential. Not as much push potential as the Urgot, I would say, but I think just the way our top laner plays, he'll find a way.
Yeah. Yeah. Our top laner is pretty good at controlling the wave, and making sure that it gets into a safe, like good spot for him to be able to farm and also take some good trains while at it. Yeah. I am really interested to see how team fights play out this game. I believe we might not see as much side lane pushing this game. We might really be seeing like the usage of that Ornn R in these fights in order to make sure they can't really get off any like sleepy Jhin R combos or things like that.
I think the Anivia is going to be an interesting addition to this team as well, with her really good lane clear.
Yeah.
Because of that R that she has, she can clear lanes really, really fast, and she has a resurrection just as part of her passive abilities. So that means that if she has that egg in team fights, she can go right back in.
Yeah.
And join back into the fight. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see the dynamic between the Jhin and the Jinx, I think, especially early game. Jhin has a longer range than Jinx.
Yeah.
So that Jinx is going to have to play a little bit safer this game, because I think Ashe and Jinx have about the same size range, but Jhin has a longer range than Jinx. So they'll have to be careful in that regard.
Yeah. I definitely think it'll be an interesting matchup, and we will be taking a little bit of an intermission before it all starts. So again, just make sure to follow Carthage Esports on all socials, and we will see you soon. Hello everyone, it's Chili.
And it's J-Fighter.
And we are back with game 2 of Carthage versus Buena Vista. This time Carthage is on the blue side while Buena Vista is coming down from that top red side.
Looks like Carthage is going to be 5-pointing once again. And Buena Vista is doing their interesting
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Oh, they are
5-point formation. Well, it's not normal. They have Jin mid.
That is interesting.
And, yeah. And the Asol's in the jungle. I'm a little confused about that.
But we are seeing that 5-point. It does look like the Jin is moving down possibly for that leash.
They're going to be doing a leash, it looks like, yeah.
For the Lilia.
Minions have spawned.
Getting a little bit of that rain ASMR.
I'm like, what is that coming? Is that from
storm
League?
going on inside League? Yeah.
Yeah, there's crickets chirping and some rain going.
Yeah.
The ambiance of League right now.
I think the ambiance was boosted up a little bit when they changed to the arcane version of the map.
I don't know what we're hearing. It's fine.
I think it is like the
I heard the
outside
crickets too,
area of the map. Yeah.
Which is, it's a nice little rainy day in
League.
on the Summoner's Rift.
Yeah. But it does look like they did go for that leash, giving Carthage the advantage in the bottom lane. I'm not sure how many CS they just got off of that, but
Probably gonna be seeing a more aggressive mid lane here early game because Anivia definitely has the early game level 1 advantage on the Asol.
yeah. Carthage got some pretty good trades off against that Jhin in the bottom lane.
Ooh,
Getting a lot
root.
of damage on that Jhin with that level 2.
Carthage is playing aggressive this game. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that level 2 does give a really big advantage when it comes to
And there's Urgot doing Urgot things.
Yes, it does look like Urgot will get that level 3 first.
He's
Similar to
even
last
creepy
game.
looking. His just character in general is just...
Yeah, they've got the crab, that skin.
That walked
Huge
up to me on
trade
the street.
in the mid lane, with Asol taking a lot of damage from both Anivia and from some of the minions as well.
Is Nivea might... No, okay.
Yeah,
I
it's
was
a
like,
little
that'd
scary.
be a little scary to
Yeah.
chase after that.
But this will give Anivia a huge advantage to push this wave in and take a back.
They did get level 3 first, Buena Vista did,
Yeah.
in bot lane. And there will be a TP from the Asol. Looks like the Lilia might be looking for a gank here mid, maybe.
It does look like they might.
Yeah, there might be a gank mid
Yeah.
here.
We do have vision on that though, so Anivia will back off safely. That Lilia might be coming up to go in.
Good trade from that, from Ornn.
Yeah, this is a little bit scary though with no vision and that Lilia coming in. It does look like Ornn uses his flash to get out of there.
There are 3 bot side right now. So Carthage may be looking to get this first drag.
Yeah. I'm curious if they also like take the scuttle and move back up for those grubs eventually, but it does look like they are going in. They got the flash off on Jhin. Unable to take a kill in the bot lane. It does look like Lilia is in our topside jungle.
It looks like Carthage is pinging to do the grubs, but also the dragon, so they might be looking to do both.
Yeah.
I knew we would find your mark eventually.
Pretty evenly matched in gold right now from both teams. But it does look like that bot lane from Buena Vista is lacking in mana and health, so they will have to back out there. Giving Carthage a chance to push up this lane and bot and then go shift over to that dragon. Being able to take that and then possibly go up to get the first void grubs as well.
Looks like Aesol is running out of mana, but also so is Anivia, so both of them might not be able to partake in any kind of fight or anything that might happen in the next couple of minutes, because they're both pretty much drained out of anything.
Yeah. Carthage will take that first drag.
Looks like the Lilia is in the bot side jungle, so Wukong may be able to move up toward top side here and get those void grubs, but Lilia is transitioning up there, so.
Yeah. I'm curious to see if we see a fight at that void grubs. It does look like Ornn is going down to possibly place a ward there, or just to check to see what's going on. Yep, got that ward on the void grubs.
Bot lane's pushing up that wave. And it does look like Lilia is looking to take these void grubs here.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Fights are happening, but no deaths are happening.
Yeah. Both teams are playing a lot safer than in that last game when they had a couple kind of early deaths.
Mm-hmm.
The red team does have vision on that Wukong and will be looking to go in on the void grubs in that top side.
Yep, Lilia's going in on it.
It looks like they will try to go in and contest. Anivia
and
Ornn will go in on the Lilia.
There's
it
the
does
R.
look like the Ornn R comes off.
The flash
The
from
Lilia
the
flashes out of the Ornn R. But we do have a 3v3 going on for those void grubs.
The Aesol does not have enough damage to stay, or health to stay in that fight, so it looks like Carthage might just take those void grubs.
Yeah.
R from the Seraphine here in this bot side fight. Oh, that Nami's so low. First blood from the Jinx. They might be able to get the double kill
the
here.
kill off in the Jhin. The Jhin walks up a little bit too far, giving Carthage that double kill on there. And now they're able to really shave off some of those plating on the tower.
Oh my goodness.
So I had a little bit of a
and I think Jinx
there.
got both of those kills, which having a Jinx fed this early in the game is really bad for Buena Vista because Jinx is does do the most damage for Carthage, so getting her those kills early is not good.
Yeah. All right, and it does look like both teams have a decent amount of vision down. Oh my goodness. In both sides of that bottom jungle. And this is a little bit of an interesting moment because it's not impossible, but a little bit rare to see junglers pathing the same way.
Exactly. It looks like this Anivia is trying to go right on that Aesol. They both are doing really good damage, and the Anivia outplays that Aesol here. Bot side, we are looking like we're having a fight. Owen kills Jhin.
And the Nami, the Lilia is too far away to really do anything about that. And it looks like the Wukong will look up a little bit into that bottom side jungle for the red side.
And there's a TP from the ASOL to mid here. Carthage may be looking to get the second drag early as well, which they're having an advantage both with lane push and drags right now, so this is putting them about 3k gold ahead, which early on, getting those items early is really important, and if Carthage is getting those items before Buena Vista, it may be a problem for them. Seraphine back.
Yeah, Nivea able to basically prevent ASOL from getting any of those plating, and therefore preventing a lot of gold.
Buena Vista is getting a lot of vision around the drag area though.
Yeah.
Carthage also has a lot of vision, but looks like they're also trying to contest that with their vision of their own.
They're really playing strongly around each upcoming objective this game.
It looks like Anivia is really aggressively trying to go at that ASOL.
Yeah.
This
Able to get a lot of damage onto that Jhin.
Oh, that
with
bubble
the bubble
got hit.
going onto the Seraphine.
Oh no. They might be able to get the Nami here, but the Nami flashes out. That Jhin is so low. That's unfortunate that that R missed, and that Nami's also one hit away.
On that Nami, but we did get both of those flashes.
Top side looks
lane.
like there's a fight happening as well, but looks like Carthage may be looking to get on top of that Lilia. Seraphine following behind the Wukong. They're gonna get that root off. Nothing's gonna come out of it though.
It does bring them down pretty low in health, which will make it very hard for them to contest when they go in for that drag.
And Jinx gets that first. Tower for Carthage.
Yeah, Carthage with the huge advantage in the bot side.
This is interesting.
It's a little bit of a mirror to what the last game was.
Yeah.
In the top side. And
Carthage
yeah.
takes, we're gonna say the same thing.
Takes that uncontested drag.
Oh my gosh. Carthage's blue side.
Yeah.
Yes, so we are winning 5-0.
Yeah. And we will take the remaining Void Grubs, giving us a 5-1 advantage in that aspect.
We are up 4k, 3k gold. I can do math.
I believe we got that last Void Grub as well. It did not look like
I think we got all of them, yeah.
Yeah, the Lilia got the little ball off.
Looks like Jhin is going to be trying to get a plating off of bot lane here.
Yeah. Might be able to get 2 here.
Yeah, Nivea is really far away, and she doesn't have that teleport up yet, so
yeah.
It might be 2 platings for bot side. I can't tell. I can't tell.
I believe they did take 2 platings, yeah. And it looks like we are
oh, there's the Nami R. Oh,
a decently even trade in the bot lane, considering that both Nami and Jhin are there and there's only Anivia.
I think the Ornn is playing this really well topside.
Yeah.
Outplaying that Urgot.
Yeah, really able to stay out of range of a lot of Urgot's abilities. And take really good trades when it matters.
Flash
Was that
from
a flash
the
from the Urgot into...
Hey, it does have to be careful because if the if Ornn gets low enough, Urgot can use his R on him.
Yeah.
But Ornn is gonna use his R and get that kill.
And it does look like Carthage is set up
Flash from Anivia. Dodge from Anivia.
Yeah, Nivea 1v3ing right now in the bot lane. Able to pull pressure away from that mid lane, as well as that top lane, where we will most likely take this tier 1 and possibly tier 2 if they stay towards the bot side. And it does look like we have our items visible.
Urgot is headed toward top side here, and it looks like Lilia and Nami are trying to position themselves mid here to try to go on Seraphine and Jinx.
Yeah.
And we might be able to get tier 2 here from top side, from those Winions.
Yeah.
But really good push for Carthage.
Definitely. And I think there is another similar pattern of Carthage really putting pressure in certain spots, showing so many champs in certain spots in order to draw that attention, and then going off into one of the side lanes or down mid lane in order to push through those towers.
We are at 16 minutes here, and Carthage has taken all tier 1. Nope, still mid. Has taken 2 tier 1 towers. Buena Vista has not taken any towers yet from Carthage. And they haven't gotten any kills on the board yet either.
Yeah, and only hold one of the Void Grubs as well.
We can see items now.
Yes.
Looks like 1, 2, 3. All of Carthage has their first item already. Looks like Buena Vista is behind in that regard. They do not have, not everyone has their first item yet.
Yeah, and it does look like a lot of Carthage is very close to that second full item as well, which will give a humongous advantage in team fights.
Exactly.
It does look like we have vision on the Lilia, so Ornn will be able to be kind of safe in that top lane.
Oh, he's gonna put his R on the Lilia. Interesting.
Yeah, maybe trying to delay that back.
I think he's trying to stop the back because they know that this dragon is coming up and they want to team fight that. And
they will take advantage of the Nami caught out there. The Jhin ult comes off.
Oh my gosh.
They are able to save that Seraphine.
And the Wukong is going to be transitioning down to Drag and be taking that dragon for free.
Yeah.
That Ornn stopping those backs was really strong for Carthage because I think that helped them win that team fight.
Definitely.
Urgot is now mid, so we may be looking at another fight here possibly.
Yeah, it looks like Ornn did just check to see that nobody was there. Able to get that scuttle down for vision as well. And Carthage will have time now to swap lanes, prepare for Baron, and really buy in some items.
Based on how far ahead Carthage is right now, they are 5k in gold ahead. Carthage may be looking at a 20-minute Baron here. They are strong enough that they could potentially pull that off at the moment. Anivia is going top side here. And looks like Ornn will be headed bot side.
It does look like they're looking to set up vision in that top side. It is a little scary because there are 4 showing at the moment from Buena Vista. But Ornn will be putting pretty strong pressure in this bottom lane. Maybe pulling more than just Asol down to deal with him.
Asol does have a TP as well though, so does Urgot.
Yeah.
So if Urgot needs to TP down to contest that Ornn, or if Asol needs to teleport up toward Baron to contest that, they're able to do so. Ornn also has a TP to contest Baron if needed.
Yeah.
Ornn is heavily pushing bot side right now.
It does look like Carthage is successful in getting a decent amount of vision down in that top side jungle.
Looks like they will be trying to contest Baron here based on all that vision they're placing.
Definitely.
They're gonna take that. Looks like they're trying to take that top tier 2
yeah.
of the top turret.
They will have to wait until that minion wave does come up in order to get that, though. Yeah,
Lilia is bot side here, so they could contest something.
Yeah, it does look like they will go in for that tier 2.
Wukong
And
is coming in
possibly
from
a
behind.
dive onto that Urgot. Urgot is very tanky at the moment, though, so not able to take too much damage from him.
Aesol is headed back toward bot side to contest that Ornn once again. They can't really leave the Ornn unchecked right now, so that means they're forfeiting one player for potentially if there is a fight here by Baron.
Definitely. I think that Urgot is pretty scary in team fights right now, especially if they decide to target him. It looks like both teams are playing pretty heavily around that Baron. Granted, Buena Vista did see how much Carthage went in on it last game.
Exactly.
And probably trying to compensate for that this game.
Carthage is also at soul point currently, so in the next couple of minutes when that drag comes up, they might pivot and take that dragon as well.
Definitely. Yeah, again, like due to the fact that they're basically they're at soul point, they can allow for Buena Vista to take a dragon while they take Baron. Yeah.
Looks like Ornn is going in on this. Aesol here able to take pretty heavy damage
able to
to
get him down, yeah.
But the Aesol with his mobility is able to get out. But is going to have to back, allowing the Ornn to push on that turret, and while he's doing that, they're going to go on to Baron. No one from Buena Vista is really in the area to contest this at the moment.
Yeah.
They look like they're all headed toward bot side to contest where Ornn was.
Yeah. Yeah, Carthage was successful in again getting rid of all vision for Buena Vista surrounding that Baron.
And are able to take it. But Buena Vista, you can see, are headed toward that drag, and they will probably allow Buena Vista to take it.
Yeah.
To be able to utilize that Baron buff and probably just push down top tower.
Yeah.
You can see that Ornn is headed that way.
I'm interested in, I guess, yeah, Aesol is able to TP for that drag and able to push down bot as well.
Carthage does have that Baron buff though, which means it's going to be harder for Buena Vista to take down those minions.
Definitely.
Really strong push from lane push from Carthage. And Ornn is going to be attempting to take down that top tower. Lilia is in the vicinity though.
Yeah. It does look like the Wukong might be going in on that Aesol.
And down goes the Jhin. They might be about to corner this Aesol here. Aesol had to use flash to get out.
Now they're just waiting slowly for that minion wave to come up and allow them to push into this tower.
They do have the minion waves lined up pretty well between bot and mid lane, which is allowing for pressure on both of those turrets, which makes it hard for Buena Vista to contest.
Definitely. They do get huge damage off on that Lilia, able to get the kill there.
Ornn R coming in. That's going to make those guys airbound. A Soul ult coming in. Looks like Carthage is just gonna look to get this inhibitor. The Jhin ult is active, but that's gonna be
unable
unsuccessful.
to deal a lot of damage, yeah. It looks like Carthage will be using the Baron in order to get these Nexus towers.
Oh my goodness. Carthage may be looking to end here, but they don't have a wave. Wave is incoming. They're gonna use that Jinx R to get on top.
Jinx R,
the Jinx is gonna clean up this situation right here as the rest of the team is gonna be hitting that turret.
And Carthage will just be hitting the Nexus, baby. They might have to back off a little bit. Able to get the kill on the Urgot.
They're gonna get the Lilia kill as well. This means Carthage is gonna be able to end, and Carthage is going to Nationals for League of Legends.
What an amazing game.
Oh my gosh, what an amazing game for Carthage. What an amazing day for the League of Legends team.
Yeah.
The team this year is brand new, have not played with the League team at all.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're going to Nationals, are undefeated.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
It's amazing. Yeah, it's very exciting for this Carthage team. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that was such a clean game. Again, I've talked about it a couple of times in other streams as well, but just seeing where Carthage started with their macro and team play compared to now, it's like a completely different team.
I am so proud of all of them. This is insane. The national game won't be next week. It'll be the week after Thanksgiving, so December 2nd. We're still waiting to see who we're going to be playing against, but we are going to be interviewing Wolfstrike, the mid laner, after this break, so don't go anywhere. Hey guys, and we are back with the Carthage League of Legends after party going to Nationals. I am here with
most likely going to Nationals. I don't think it's confirmed yet. But
it's confirmed.
It is?
Well, we won.
That was only semis. Yeah.
No, I said Nationals. That's the last.
Oh.
Yeah, we're going to Nationals is the next game. But anyway, I'm here with Wolfstrike, the mid laner. What were your thoughts going into this game, and now how are you feeling afterward?
I think going into this game, we were definitely, this was the team, knowing and recognizing that this is the team that pushed us the hardest because we played these guys already in regular season.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that it was a we kind of we went into this kind of prepared to play how we needed to because we knew they were going to be tougher than some other opponents.
Yeah, I feel like as a team this entire season, we've seen the league team progress and grow with macro, with teamwork in general. And I think this showed in these last 2 games, the teamwork that you guys are showing with each other. I feel like especially jungle and support were working really well together. I think you were working really well with the top laner on those side push lanes that you guys were doing. I think even when you were roaming, I feel like you were working with everyone. Did you feel like your communication was super strong throughout both of these games?
I think that communication was really strong, especially in game 1 in the mid to late game. When we were kind of torn because obviously we'd lost 3 dragons. They had Soul on the next one, and we were kind of torn between going to which objective.
Yeah,
and I think we communicated really well in our setup, just kind of dealing with forcing fights, see if we can force them to commit to one, and then pick them off and go to the other.
Exactly, and I feel like your guys' choice to let them get that drag so that you guys were able to get that early Baron was essential to your guys' win that first game, especially. Because I feel like you were down a little bit more the first game. Second game, I think you were pretty uncontested.
Yeah, game 1, we were down a little bit early. Gavin was a bit unlucky, but other than that, I feel like that we bounced back really well. And I think we had a couple of good fights in the early mid-game that kind of got Gavin back into it and then got the rest of us more into the game and getting gold on our characters.
Yeah, one thing that I was really surprised about that they allowed the second game is for you to have your Anivia, which for people who don't know, Wolfstrike has what, mastery 70?
60, only 60.
60?
Only 60.
Only 60, mastery 60 on Anivia.
700k though. 700K
which means that you're pretty strong in Anivia, and I think that might have been one of their biggest mistakes was allowing you to have your main champ, especially because you were able to play it so strongly.
I think that I understand the reason, like I had a really good game as Victor. I understand banning that out. But I think they maybe could have dropped one of the other bans for Anivia, but yeah, it came up, so
you locked it in really fast.
Yeah. Oh, Robert was you're gonna pick it up anyway, just pick it up first. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, exactly. I'm surprised that they did the Asol pick into the Anivia.
Asol has historically been good against Anivia because he can keep a bit of a bigger range. But right now, it's actually Anivia favorite, which surprised me.
Exactly. That's why I was surprised, especially because we know that the mid lane does play Ahri and things like that, which may still not be the best against Anivia, but I was expecting that kind of pick instead of the Asol again.
Yeah, Ahri is pretty good, but just because the mobility does not pair well with Anivia's kit. But yeah, it was a good sign for me that they were going to play a little bit more stable, like static, not really moving to lanes.
Yeah.
So I found it pretty good. I'm just able to get a couple pressures, force them to back off. So.
Exactly. I'm excited to see you guys like in nationals. I think it's going to be a little bit different because it's going to be a best out of 5. So I think the only thing is that we're going to see the league's stamina a little bit more, because I feel like all of the games this season have been pretty much, 2-0, no defeats, but going into this, we're going to have to play an extra game to win nationals. So I feel like we may see a different dynamic from the team having to keep the stamina to go 3 games, 4 games, maybe even 5 games, depending on how nationals goes.
Yeah, I think depending, especially if we get like a long, like 45-minute game, we've had one of those against Buena Vista in regular season. They pushed us all the way to the brink in like a 45-minute game. I think if we get one of those, it can really hurt, because if that happens, there's a lot of mental capacity that goes into like planning out your objectives, planning out your fights. And if we go to like a 50-minute game, it's especially game 1, it could really impact both sides, and it could be a completely different fight.
Exactly. It's going to be, I think it's not only going to be a skill match for nationals, it's also going to be a mental capacity
completely
standoff on who can keep the best mental faculties.
Who doesn't give in.
Exactly.
Honestly. But yeah, I think especially in a best of 5, we haven't really gone to a third game in any of our sets. We haven't dropped a game. So I think we could also might see a few more combinations that we might not usually use.
Well, thank you for interviewing with me. Congratulations again on getting into nationals. This is so exciting. I'm so excited. This is so awesome. Once again, nationals will not be next week because next week is Thanksgiving. So all teams will be taking the week off. So we have a little bit of time to recover mentally and
it's
get
gonna be
ready.
neat because nationals this finals is going to be another beast in itself, especially because we will have to plan for a game 3. So
exactly. So please remember to tune in for that nationals game. It's going to be big, especially if Carthage pulls away with the title. That is going to be huge. Because we have not pulled out a league title in the 4 years that the program has existed. But thank you again, everyone, for watching the stream this evening. Please remember to follow Carthage on all social media, and we will see you for nationals in 2 weeks.